Let's bring in political strategist and pollster Frank Luntz. And Frank, a lot to ask you about the election that's coming up. But first, let's just talk for a minute about a trip you just made, not on behalf of anybody or any organization, but just because you wanted to see what was happening, the plight of some countries that have been underreported and also that have suffered so much. Tell us what you saw.
Well, I wanted to go to Africa because I think the continent is too often forgotten. And I saw two different stories while I was there. One is a success story in Rwanda, and the other a disaster in what's happening in Ethiopia. And the shots you're seeing right now are from a refugee camp in Ethiopia. One of my students from NYU Abu Dhabi toured me. This is where he grew up. For 4 years, he lived there. He lived on the ground in a shack with 5 members of his family in what would be the size of a bathroom in a New York apartment. And the children there, it is so heartbreaking. They have no books, barely any pencils. The hospitals have one doctor for 69,000 people. The kids are all desperate. They're hungry. The UN has cut the food rations for people significantly over the last 6 months. The war in Ukraine is going to make it even worse over the next 6 months. And America's not paying attention to it. And it just reminds me, Joe, that we're so angry and we yell so much and we're so upset and hostile to each other when these people literally have to struggle day by day to survive. I'm grateful to my student Chul to have made this trip possible. I'm planning to go back to Rwanda to endow some scholarships for children who will be attending the African Leadership University. I want to go back to this refugee camp. The faces of these kids are unforgettable. It was hard for me to take photographs. The deplorable conditions, the inhumane conditions, I couldn't take pictures of those people. 10 women giving birth and only a single doctor, 1 oxygen mask for the entire 69,000 people. It would break your heart. We've got to do something. Whether we're Republicans or Democrats, it doesn't matter. Whether we are having an upcoming election, doesn't matter when these people are barely surviving. Joe, it changed my life. It changed my outlook. It changed my perspective. And I hope viewers take it seriously.
Well, what does the world need to do?
It cannot just give money because these money are being taken by the dictators. We got to be honest. Stop with the politics, with the ideology and the moralization. These people are being killed by their own leadership. You've got governments that take billions of dollars in UN aid, American aid, USAID, and they spend it for arms. They spend it for violence. In South Sudan right now, it is truly a crisis. The Noor population is being decimated. We had a genocide 28 years ago in Rwanda. We may have one in South Sudan in the next couple of years. You have to do it on the ground. You have to go there. You have to be there. We cannot depend on governments. We have to do it person to person, organization to organization.
Yeah. All right, Frank. Thank you so much for bringing us that.